Ugh! Icar, world's smartest orc. You have got question?
Gotta love Gar. Alright, well anyways, today I will be walking you through setting up Arcanum and getting it so you can work on a computer that isn't Windows XP. I'll be using the GOG installer. If you're using the Steam installer, it's pretty much the same except for the directory. Everything else is mostly the same. What's good about the GOG installer that I'm not sure about Steam is that it comes with the latest official patch, which is 1074, I believe. And if you've never installed a GOG game before, options, change wherever you want to. And when you're done, don't hit launch game, just hit exit. The first thing you're going to want to do after you're done installing is go to wherever the install directory was. Down here you will see Launch Arcanum of Steamworks and Magick Obscura. Right click that, Properties. Under Target, you'll want to copy at least, no 3D, and double buffer. If you're using the high resolution, you'll probably want to copy scroll distance 0, scroll FPS 70. After you've pasted that in, just hit OK. You'll probably have a shortcut on the desktop as well. You can either delete that and send this to the desktop, or you can change the one on the desktop in the exact same way you did here. It's up to you. So the first thing we're going to be doing is installing the unofficial Arcanum patch. The last time this patch was updated was 2009. So it's no longer maintained, says use at your own risk, but basically that means that what it says here, saves made prior to the installing of this patch won't function properly. If you're doing a fresh install of Arcanum, you don't have to worry about that. Next, you can do the town map fixes, but I've also included the high quality town maps, and that will write over those. I always choose the extra content and alternate lizardman model just because. Next, make sure it's in your install location, and install. And no one reads the README. And now the high quality town maps. Just make sure it's going to the correct destination folder. It will close after it's done, and this will probably pop up. Just tell Windows to get bent. And the high resolution is entirely up to you. If you want to do it, you can follow this along. I just hit no. Install. Alright, so this is a command line installer, and what that means is it doesn't have a graphical user interface, so you're not going to be clicking anything. You just type in either I, N, or Q. For this, you want to install the component, just hit I and enter. Desired width, I'm going to do 1920 by 1080. You can install the compact option screen. I install the larger font, size 14, and the same font for the logbook. Hit enter and it closes. The difference between the regular resolution and the high resolution, this is what it's going to look like at 800 by 600, which is the default resolution. This is what it looks like at 1920 by 1080. As you can see, the UI does not scale. In my opinion, I prefer this. It does look better. You get to see more of the screen. And honestly, if you're playing this game, you're not playing it for graphical fidelity. And now the thing that really makes it work. The IED draw fix. Want to not click on this, you don't even have to extract it. Double click on that, double click on the wine D3D, copy these, and drag and drop them into the Arcanum folder. And just replace the file. The reason for this is because Arcanum uses DirectX 7, and this makes it so it will work with newer graphics cards, because obviously DirectX 7 is very obsolete at this point. So after you've done this, everything, hopefully, will work. I say hopefully because we're dealing with a game that was made in like 2002, I think. And that loading screen off to the side, that's just something that it's a side effect of the high resolution patch.
Can't believe it. I mean, you and then the Zeppelin and the fire. And the altar says that... Do you have any idea what all of this means?
I played this game way too much. Alright, so, yay, it works.
Right. You...
And just make sure you can go around, move the screen, you can move with the arrow keys. And if you're seeing your sprite flicker on the screen, and this isn't flickering, this is actually pretty good. All that means is that you set up the shortcut improperly, or you're not using the Wine 3D fixes. Now, alt-tabbing out of this game doesn't work at all. It kind of laughs at you. So, there you have it. If you followed this all the way through, then now you should have Arcanum, Steamworks, and Magick Obscura working fine.
Ha! Good so!